Stella, your clinical experience with transitioners is paramount. With being the founder of GenSpec, thank you so much for doing that. This group has helped parents and those gone through detransitioning process with patterns. Have you observed in those regrets or those reverse medical transitions, what do they need most for clinicians and policymakers to know today that we might not have known even 5 or 10 years ago?
We, at GenSpec, we started giving online parent groups, back in 2020. And then we moved on to giving online groups for detransitioners in recent years. And we have noticed some extraordinary patterns of huge gaps in the knowledge. And so an awful lot of detransitioners are working in a world where they don't know what they don't know. And the clinician in front of them is often scared to help them because they don't actually have any sort of evidence base to work from, which is very frightening, because then the detransitioner knows I'm kind of an experiment upon an experiment. And so the wide kind of dearth of knowledge detransitioners are working in now is very, very frightening. And that's why a lot of people who work with us and who come to our meetings, they might describe themselves as harmed by medical transition, but they're afraid to detransition because that takes a leap of faith. And they know that when they meet the clinician can't get them out of the office fast enough because they don't know what do you do. Let's say, for example, with a girl who stopped puberty, who never menstruated because she'd never got that far in her development. Maybe she had a mastectomy and then she had a hysterectomy and phalloplasty and an oophorectomy. And so the idea, as I've met these women, so they were in their late 20s, they think the whole thing was a disaster. I should have just been allowed become myself in whatever way I was going to be. Instead now I'm afraid to put estrogen into my body because my ability to process estrogen is significantly impaired, and I've never actually had an input of estrogen into my adult body. So that's a question nobody can answer right now.